friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and welcome back to Wolfquest, where we are back with Kindle. I can see your little tiny tubes, Kindle. Look at you. But yes, we are back with our Floodwater pack here. Did I say wildfire? I hope I didn't. We're back here with the Floodwater, and we've got the girls, we've got our carcass. We are picking right back up where we left off. Hello, Miss Ma'am. Look at you, Willow. You are so gorgeous. I love her face markings. And hi, Pilot. And we have our little water lily here and Cattail. Good to see that you are not disappearing off into the wilderness, little one. I definitely appreciate you. And of course we have our river here as, oh, those are some interesting ears, Willow, my goodness. But yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back and we're raising some pups here. So we do actually have quite a bit of energy, which I'm very happy about. I suppose before we take off, let's go ahead and get a meat chunk for the road and figure out where we are at now. We needed to watch out for these wolves over here, right? Do we want to pee on their territory? Maybe. Their hex marker is just right there, and there's only a dispersal around, so you know what? I think Kindle's gonna chance it. She is gonna go ahead and take our girls. I believe this is the pack that we recently got into an altercation with, but seems like we have sent them on their way. So let's go ahead and get this marked, and we can check in on the girls, see where their weight is at, see where their training is at so far. Let's see. Oh, we should probably oh, hi, Pilot. Thank you for the bunny rabbit, my love. I know we're not very hungry at the moment, but we definitely appreciate it. Let's go ahead and howl this hex down really quickly. There we go. Didn't take much, and now we can take this part of our territory back. Thank goodness. Let's go ahead and do just a couple more howls. Oh my goodness. Everyone is very excited today. I am as well. Oh my goodness, they're howling away. I think they want us to finish the pack rally. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Well, we have this one all good to go. We could even mark this hex as well, because why not? And I want to take a look at the girls. So everyone's at 70 pounds. Okay. Nice and easy. All right. Well, ladies, I mean, they're all, if we think about their personalities so far, I mean, as far as, you know, fighting and hunting experience, they're all like standing out like as exceptional. I don't see anyone really holding back at all, so I'm not really surprised that their experience and their weights really aren't that different. Kindle is, and truly in my opinion, creating an army here, and she's gonna need one if we keep getting raided. Oh my goodness. Hex invasion. Let's see. Oh. Great. I don't really want to deal with that. I want River to be able to heal up, and you know, we talked a little bit about Kindle's journey not too long ago. I believe we were discussing it in the last episode, where, you know, she's got a lot to learn. She's got a little bit of balancing acts that she is really needing to work out, and, you know, with her feelings as well as having a family to care for. And these are some of the situations where we're seeing a little bit of growth in her. When we first started playing Kindle, she was never ever going to let a pack invasion slide, but you know, she can see that River is still needing to heal. It's been many days, quite honestly, that River has had some lower health, and seeing how hard her pups are working for her and fighting alongside her, you know, having you know, her family's back, you know, she really is like, okay, these pups are gonna go just as hard as I am, and you know, she's really starting to, I think, see the effect that she's having on her pups and the way that she's raising them now that they're a lot bigger. You know, they can really make their own decisions about things as we're, you know, kind of out and about. And I think she's realizing, like, okay, these are not just little pups anymore. These are my pack mates. This is my family. This is who I'm gonna have at my back, and I need to watch out for them sometimes. However, she does have a pretty hot head, so you know, I think those moments are still going to be cropping up for Kindle. Oh, River, are you going to go get that bunny rabbit? No. But we will just have to see along the way. All right, family. Well, we've got this little clearing here in the middle of the forest. Let's go ahead, put our meat chunk down, maybe do one howl. And we're gonna have to see what happens with some of this territory in the morning. Unfortunately, we're a little bit close to it, but Kindle's gonna keep River in mind. We've got a full tummy. You know, it's not worth it. She doesn't even know really where she wants to den come the next season, so she's gonna be just a little bit fluid with some of this territory taking. See, and now it paid off because we had our minor injury heal. That was a good choice, Kindle. All right, and I'm actually going to leave that here. I was going to save for the pups, but it looks like Pilot wants to have a go. Oh, he's going to save some for the girls too. Willow might go ahead and snag that. I do remember Willow being our little prissy girl. However, I will say, ooh, look at this beautiful sunrise. I will say that I kind of had a vision in my head about what Willow would look. I'm trying to take a picture. My goodness. For how Willow behaves, and I think she might be one of those wolves who, you know, is absolutely gorgeous. You know, she kind of feigns innocence, but then she is an absolute terror when it comes time to fight. So I think that might be a little bit of not a coping mechanism, but a little, I don't know, a trick that she plays on other wolves, is that she seems super duper innocent and then goes for the throat. Huh, Willow. Okay. And then little Cattail, always just gazing off into the distance, not even participating Cattail. I think she's got a little bit more of a serious personality. Waterlily, look at how big these pups are, you guys. My goodness. But yeah, I think Cattail might have a little bit more of a serious personality going on. And let's go ahead and see what happened to the map here. Nothing too crazy, actually. Our southern regions are looking a little bit poor. I believe this is the den that we actually stayed in before. Oh no, I think these two are the ones. So we need to find a couple more. I don't know that we really want to be super north, so we might try and find a den over in this section over here. So with that being the case, I do, instead of taking some of these weaker ones, I think it would probably be smarter to go ahead and head down this direction. So I think that is what we will do. Mark our territory along the way. And probably find some food for these girls. They are back down into the 70s again. So hopefully we can run across some elk and get a little bit more weight on these girls. They are at 71 and 72 pounds. So we'll see where we end up in this this episode. I definitely had my expectations or hopes a little bit high for how far we would get in the previous one. So let's not assume puppies are going to be in this episode, but I am keeping an eye out. And we've got our hex marker just right here, and then I believe that is a den. Not sure if we've discovered that one yet, so let's go ahead and run over to that and see. Very nice. This is such a beautiful den location too. Like just the view of the forest down here, and then it's like perfectly lined up with the sunrise in between those two mountains. Yeah, we're gonna have to remember this den. Just right here above McBridley. I think Kindle might really enjoy that. And then this is all gonna be a lake down here. Absolutely gorgeous. And if I'm not mistaken, there are some other dens over in this section as well. So we're just gonna slowly make our way over, mark along the way, and I'll bring you guys back if we find any food. All right, well, we happened upon a mule deer that was kind of stuck along the hill there. So we went ahead and went for it. Looks like Water Lily is actually able to keep up, which is amazing. Pilot's gonna hop in and do what he can to slow it down for the kids. Good job, Pilot. Kindle's gonna be pretty low on energy. She got kicked off, but the girls are going for it. Let's sprint so they don't come back to us. They get a little bit fearful when they get too far away from the pack leaders. Okay, Kindle is out of energy now, but it does look like the pups are really going in and trying their best. Pilot again being an amazing dad, slowing it down for his girls. I mean, again, Pilot's not even hungry. The adults really aren't hungry at all, but he's such an amazing pack member that he's going full force into the hunt. And nobody got too damaged with this, which is great. The girls are gonna take a bit. Oh my goodness, Willow. Everyone's taking their meat chunk. Water Lily, you can get in here too, sweetie. Yeah, you can share. There you go. Yeah, look at you. You're so cute, Water Lily. I absolutely love you. Alright, and we're just gonna leave this all for the pups. We'll see what's left when we're done. And Kindle might be able to take a bite too. Wow, you really can survive on mule deer with a small pack. Taking down a mule deer is almost worthless when you have a large pack. So yeah, we can't even finish this one. The pack is well fed. We will go ahead and take this meat chunk. Where did we end up? A little bit south? All right, let's get this all marked up and keep on going. And in this beautiful forest on this very snowy day, just look at how deep the snow is. Poor Kindle. I say let's go ahead and snuggle up together as best we can and try to get some good sleep. I mean, you know, I suppose the wolves, you know, they must do all right with this kind of weather, but oh my goodness, it makes me feel very cold for these guys. I love the trees though. Like, look at this. It's so gorgeous. Alright, family. Let's go ahead and put this meat chunk down. It's gonna get lost in the snow a little bit. And let's see. I would really like everyone to be all snuggled up together. So come on, girls. We're gonna need to stay warm here. Let's go ahead and maybe clear out a little space here. Let's trample some of this down and go to sleep. And the girls wander off again. I think they took the meat chunk. He said, Mom, we don't have our puppy coats anymore. We can handle it. Alright, ladies. I suppose. And we are feeling frisky for the morning. However, we are being raided, I'm going to guess by Grassy Creek. Yes, of course. And Needle is going straight for Willow, so Kindle is going to absolutely intervene. Got one that we actually don't know right here. Not a pup of the year or anything. Willow biting on... Oh, we've got a couple that we don't know here. Alright, let's go. Ow, ow, Needle, get off of us. And make sure to growl as well. Get off of River. Somehow these wolves with no names are actually the ones being quite aggressive. Ow. Okay, get off of Cattail. Cattail's got her poor tail between her legs. Barley, too. So this is a pup from Barley. Oh no, I hear River crying! Gotta save her. Pilot has a minor injury. I haven't even seen Pilot. Here's Fescue. Needle on us again. Needle looks like a really fierce wolf. Oh no, Cattail! Okay, get off of us, you guys. Needle. Okay, get off. Oh my gosh. Oh, they are just going crazy. Okay. River on Fescue here. Oh gosh, Water Lily. Cattail, you need to be careful, girly. We're gonna go ahead and woof at Cattail. I don't think she's quite low enough health to listen, but she's actually pretty damaged here. But we're gonna tell Cattail to get out of the fight. Water Lily's on this one. Need to remember to growl. Cattail! Kindle's really not going to stop this fight, but we need to watch out for Cattail. Okay, Cattail's over in the corner there, so we should be okay. Ooh, goodness. And who's gonna get it? Because that's kind of how Kindle rocks. Oh my god, Pilot is so low health. I was not keeping an eye on Pilot at all during that. But he must have really been putting in the work because he hurts. And now unfortunately the fight is on again. Cattail will hopefully continue to stay back. We may be able to actually take this wolf out. And thankfully the pack is still on the run. While they are, let's go ahead and check and see if there are anybody like important. Did somebody die during that? Because I could have swore we had 2 unnamed wolves. So I don't know if this 2017 died already. I'm gonna have to look back, but I could have sworn there was 2. Could be wrong. But should we name? Yeah, let's go ahead and name it just so we know. Alright, we'll went with Crab for crabgrass. So we've got our stamina back. Crab is not going to be long for this world. Okay, they are coming back to fight on with us though. Where's our pup? Hold on. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. Okay, Cattail is at 30. River is at 25. I really wish they would stop and just let us kill one of their wolves. I mean, I understand why they're not, but I think this might be another like moment for Kindle. What in the world? Oh, that's a that's a tree trunk. Where watching Pilot, who unfortunately has a major and minor injury now, Kindle's down to half. River after recovering, is now down in the 20s. Yeah, I mean, this fight really did not go well. I think because of everything that she's kind of going through right now, she's going to let them go. Seeing that wolf way in the background, if you're on mobile, you probably won't be able to see it, but there is a very, very injured wolf, and she knows that that wolf is not going to last in that pack. So she's gonna take that for a win, as a kind of way to console her feelings about everything. At the moment, she wants to do all of these things in the world, but she's got this family that she has to look out for, and it's constantly something that she's struggling with. She would be barreling forward, going after those wolves, no problem. She would take on the whole pack if she needed to. You know, her father, Timber, I mean, he fought bears, for goodness sake, just to give them a home to raise their pups. He fought bears with a pregnant mate. You know, that's the kind of wolf that raised Kindle, and with Nisha as fierce as a mom too. I mean, you know, this is just how she was raised. This is how she took everything. And now she's experiencing what it's like to have a pack to look after and what to do when you're a pack leader. So she's gonna struggle with that for a little while. She's thinking about that as those wolves walk away. But then, you know, Timber loved Nisha so much, and this is something that I think Kindle is struggling a little bit with, because she does feel so strongly for Pilot, but I think her love is a little bit different than what we saw with Timber and Nisha. I mean, she was wholeheartedly searching for a man who was going to be strong, to have the strength that she wanted in a pack, because she knew that she was going to be up for some battles. She knew going into an area that she's never been in before, and be completely out of Lost River, that she was going to need somebody strong by her side to make everything happen. And you know, that's where their love started, and I think it's only going to develop from here. You know, she's had moments where there has been altercations between her and Pilot, and Pilot is such an understanding guy. He's such a wonderful mate, and he knows Kindle, he knows her personality, he knows what she struggles with, and he's here along for the ride, even though he keeps running away from us. Pilot, I just want to love you. You know, I think that, yeah, I think seeing her mate injured is helping her cope with some of the decisions that she feels like she needs to make, even though she doesn't. Oh my goodness, River and Willow tugging on each other's tails. You guys are so cute. Let's go ahead and take a quick sleep, because I don't want anything bad to happen to you girls. We're gonna be very, very hungry, but we're just gonna have to do it. But yeah, you know, I think it's something that's going to blossom over time. Do I think that Kindle is feeling insanely close to Pilot at this time in their early parts of their relationship? No, I really don't. I think she herself doesn't quite know what love really is yet. She loves her pups in a protective way. She absolutely wants to make sure that, you know, they survive, and she wants to provide for them, but I don't think she's let herself have that connection quite yet. And that's something we're gonna discover along her journey, so I am definitely excited for that. These poor girls are hurting. Oh my gosh, how are we gonna hunt with their health in such poor condition? There are no beavers, we can't get them any food, and it's these lessons that just keep getting pounded into River when she makes these choices to stand and fight like that. Look at how long it takes to recover, and then she has to see her family in pain. But you know, I don't know that she's really thinking about it that way. She's got some reflecting to do, that's for sure. But we need to get some food for these girls. I don't know how we're gonna pull it off safely. Kindle's really the only one that kind of came out unscathed in that situation, so she's going to have to fix what she did by insisting that they stand and fight. And I almost wonder if, you know, if this is something that is going to end up biting her in the butt down the line. Oh, I thought I might have saw a bison carcass on the wind. With the way that she's raising her pups. Look at what these girls are learning from at the moment. Not that it's, you know, terribly bad. Of course, Kindle is a very strong wolf who has a lot of skills to pass on, but you know, what if she's teaching these girls that it's okay to get into situations that are as sticky as the ones that she gets her pups into? And for the sake of her pups, I really hope that that's not the case, because Kindle does quite some really questionable things. All the pups are gonna need to stay back on this. Everyone, River. Okay, they're not gonna listen because they're not low enough health, I do believe. Willow, you can fight if you want, I suppose. Cattail, not exactly listening. Nobody really is. See, it's situations like that. You raise headstrong wolves, and this is what you're going to get. You're going to get wolves that don't listen to you when it's danger time. You know, when mom says go, back off, run. You think these girls are going to run? I don't. Not with the lessons that they're learning right now, and I just really hope that that never happens to Kindle. I really, really do. And unfortunately, Kindle's probably gonna need to go hungry again, because these girls are really gonna need to fill up, and I highly doubt this mule deer is going to do it. Let's give them some chance to eat. We are actually not in our territory either. So again, oh, this is such a strong hex too. Where's their marker at? Off this way? Unfortunately, we can't even see it. Okay, it's way out there. I don't think it's worth going over there because there's no food coming from that direction. However, we do smell elk coming towards us, so let's go ahead and see if we can find that. Again, we're gonna really need to watch out for the pups during this hunt, because that could get really dicey. So into the icy waters we go, off to find some food. All right, we found some elk on the edge of our territory. Now we are going to tell the girls first off, I don't know if this will work when we're not even in an active hunt yet, but I would like these elk to move along. Pilot is really biting on that one. Let's go ahead and lock onto it just to see if it's worth anything. Because it's at half. Kindle doesn't really have the health to be doing this, neither does Pilot, neither does anyone at this time. So I guess we'll let Pilot continue on this one. They are going to be running, so potentially somebody else could fall. But again, Kindle, I mean, look at her health. It is really dropping. Okay, we have bitten that one, so we should be able to find it again. Thankfully, we are in our territory. So let's just give these elk a little bit of time to see if anybody else falls. because it is the dead of winter right now, so there is a very high chance that somebody is going to be very weak. The girls are smart. They're staying a little bit on the foothills there while Mom is doing a little bit of work up top. I think we're actually running into another elk herd, which is not helpful. Okay, the whole rest of the herd went that way, and the one we were working on is over there. Because, yeah, I mean, sometimes you can really find, like, a sliver of health elk. So, if we can just keep an eye on them, we've got a little bit of the high ground here. I want somebody to fall. And this elk fell, are you? No, you're at half as well. Oh, no. And river. No, it's not the time. This is gonna be a long hunt, y'all. We really need to be careful, Kindle. Kindle does not have much health left, but we really need some of this food. Oh my goodness. Okay, I wanted to bring you guys in for that, but I need to turn down the plane. Apologies, apologies. Human noises. Go back down. It resets every time. Okay, we are officially needing to depend on some of the girls here to help us out with this elk. Cattail, not you though. Oh my gosh, you guys. Where did that? Oh, there it is, water lily. Good job. Okay, Kindle can like hardly do any of this, but Willow and Water Lily seem to be able to actually come through for us. Oh my goodness. Thank you, girls. Thank you! Holy cow, you guys. What an absolute challenge that was. And God forbid if anyone goes over to those bison. I swear. I swear. Pilot, get your butt back over here. What? Barley? Oh God! Oh God, no! No! No, 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 no. Why? Why are they here? Oh no. My pups are way... Oh gosh. Nope. Now we're falling down a mountain. No. Oh, the food that we needed. No. Oh my gosh. I guess they must have been the ones who were raiding us, and they sure found us right after we took down that food. Holy cow. Okay, you guys. This is unfortunately where we're gonna have to end the episode. It's already at that time, so we're gonna do a hot pause here and figure out what we are going to do with this mess. You guys, Kindle, you have to stop making these decisions, girly. Like, look at the girls. Yeah, there's no way that we could fight with them. We ourselves are at 9 health. The fact that we sprinted out of there, like, oh my gosh. But yeah, the episode is getting long, guys. There's the airplane in the air. They certainly got quite the show today. But yeah, this is where we're gonna have to wrap it up. We're gonna have to pick it up with the pack next time. Fingers crossed everybody is going to be okay, that we won't lose anyone, and they can get some food and heal, because oh my goodness. So leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you want to know when I post, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.